Hello guys, welcome back to the political landscape. Today I'm going to be giving my first official 2024 presidential election prediction. So we're going to be going to the presidential map over here, and I'm going to be filling out the safe Republican and safe Democrat states on this map. Safe states are states that will go for either Donald Trump or Joe Biden by more than 12 percentage points. So we're going to start out with the Democrats. The Democrats will win California, Oregon, Washington, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine's 1st Congressional District, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and the District of Columbia by a safe margin. For Republicans, I'm predicting that they will win Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska at large, as well as Nebraska's 1st and 3rd congressional districts, Maine's 2nd congressional district, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, South Carolina, West Virginia, Indiana, and Ohio. And I'm also, Iowa and Ohio have been, used to be swing states, but they have trended very firm to the right, and that's why I've put them in the safe column. And Alaska, which was actually, Trump only won it by 10 points. I do think he would do better, though, in Alaska, so we also put this in the safe margin. Now we're going to go to the likely states, the states that either Trump or Biden will win by 6 to 11 percentage points. First, we're going to start with Biden. He's going to win Colorado, New Mexico, Virginia, Minnesota, and New Hampshire by likely margins. Colorado, he actually won by 13 percentage points in the 2020 election. It shifted very firm to the left. You can see all this shift that happened in the Denver metro area. And so I don't believe he'll win it by 13 points, which is actually a safe margin, because I do believe that it will become a little more Republican, because it's more a Republican-friendly year. And so I think he'll probably win it by, Joe Biden will probably win it by like 10 points, 9 to 10 points, but I think it will be a likely margin. And then New Mexico, Biden won it by 10 points in 2020, and he won it by 5 points in 2016. And then Minnesota actually was a state that Hillary Clinton only won by 1 point, but then Joe Biden was able to carry it by 7.5 actually, yeah, 7%. So I do believe that Joe Biden will be able to carry it by more than 6 points, especially since he made up a lot of ground in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area. And then New Hampshire, I do believe will be a likely state, because Biden won it by 7.5% in 2020, and before that, Hillary Clinton only won it by 1 point, but I do believe that he will be able to keep this left-wing trend going in New Hampshire. And also Virginia, Hillary Clinton only won by 5 points. It used to be a Republican stronghold state, but then Democrats flipped it. But Hillary Clinton was expected to win it by a lot more than 5 points. But then 4 years later, it was a more Democratic favoring year, and Joe Biden won it by 10 points. So this is also going to be in the likely column. Then for Republicans, we have Texas and Florida. Now, Florida used to be a swing state, but Trump actually won it by 3 points, which is a lot in Florida. But then, Republicans really had a red wave year in Florida. They even won Miami-Dade County, the biggest in terms of population county in used to be swing state Florida. And also, Ron DeSantis won by 19 points. And 19 points is enough to put it in the safe column, but since it's a presidential year, I think more Democrats will come out and vote, and I believe that Trump will win it by like 7 to 8 points, but nevertheless, that is a likely state. Now we have the 7 battleground states. If you haven't seen my video about the 7 battleground states, you should go and see it right now. So we're gonna start with North Carolina. North Carolina is a very competitive state, but Republicans have been winning the Senate elections and a lot of statewide elections. I do believe that Donald Trump will win it in 2024 as he carried it in 2016 and 2020. So we're going to put this in the lean category. That means I believe he will win it by 3 to 5 percentage points. Then we have Georgia. So Georgia used to be a very Republican state, but then Democrats made big gains in the Atlanta metro area. So I do believe that Trump will make up some of the vote in the Atlanta metro area because he is doing a lot better with the black community. Let me show you Georgia. This was the shift from 2016 to 2020. Democrats made big gains all across the state, but especially in the Atlanta metro area. They made ginormous gains right here. And this is really the population center of Georgia, but because Trump is doing a lot better with the black community, I believe that he will win it because Democrats really only won it by 11,000 votes. So we're going to put this in the tote Republican column. That is 1 to 3 points, or actually it could be less than 1 point for the Republicans. Then Arizona, I have the Republicans picking it up because Biden only won it by 11,000 votes, and this is going to be a more Republican favoring year, so I have Republicans picking up Arizona, but by a tote margin. Then I have Democrats actually winning Nevada because Joe Biden won in 2020 by 2.4%, which is not really a lot, but then Clinton also in 2016 won it by 2.4%. The polls are showing that Trump is up by a lot in Nevada, which a lot means like 4 points or 3 points because it's a swing state. So right here, the polls have Trump up in Nevada by about 3.2%, but polls usually do overestimate Republicans in Nevada, and they're not really the best polls, so I'm going to have this as a tote Democrat state. I do believe Joe Biden will be able to pull it off in Nevada. So now we're going to be moving on to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was a state that Donald Trump flipped in 2016, but then Biden flipped it again into 2020. And Democrats had a very strong performance in Pennsylvania in the midterm elections. They won the Senate election, they won the gubernatorial election. They did very well up and down the ballot. I do think Biden will hold on to Pennsylvania because of the overwhelming vote in the in Philadelphia and also the Philly metro area. So I'm going to have this as a tote Democrat state, and I'm also going to have Michigan as a tote Democrat state because I know that there's a lot of protest votes, the uncommitted vote in the Democratic primary. I think it got like 100,000 votes, but I do believe that these Arab Americans will come back to Biden coming closer to the election. So I'm also going to have this one as a tote Democrat state. Alright, and now I'm gonna also put Nebraska's 2nd district with the Democrats because this is where Omaha is, and Omaha is a more left-leaning city in Nebraska, and also Joe Biden won it in 2020. So then the last state to fill out is Wisconsin. So this really could give Biden the victory or Trump the victory. I do believe that Republicans will pick up Wisconsin. Now, Biden actually won Wisconsin in 2020, but then Trump won Wisconsin 4 years before that. Biden won by a very small margin. I think it was actually under 1 percentage point in Wisconsin. And let's go to Wisconsin right here. He won by a maybe I think like half a point. He won by like half a point, but he really made up in the Milwaukee and in the Milwaukee suburbs and in Madison. I do think that Republicans will be able to reverse these gains, and because it's a more Trump favoring year, I do think that Trump will pull out the victory in Wisconsin. And so with that, with this characterization of Wisconsin, Trump gets over 272 electoral votes. So if this prediction is right, Trump would win by a very narrow margin. Oh, I forgot to let's put this one in. This was also a likely state for Democrats. So Trump would win by a very small margin. And so this is my first prediction. It's still 7 months out, so there's a lot that could happen. And when I was talking about the polling, polling does usually get better for the incumbents as they go up to the election. But for right now, this is my polling. This is my prediction. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like this video, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.